Hi and welcome to this training video on the P3 Visualizer protocol output starting from version 6.2. We're starting off with how it works within Capture 2025, which was the first ones to implement the protocol. It also works on the hardware processors, the 175 and 275, and in P3 PC. So let's see what happens when we start up the program now. One thing you will notice first is you will have a new network prompt with Visualizer, where you can select a network card that's connected to the computer with the Visualizer, or anywhere that you've got your Visualizer running. If you're in the same computer, you just need to select a network card then that your Visualizer software can point to. Click OK. Start a show file. I've got a prepped show file in here, which is our booth from ProLight this year. Then you will go into Preferences. You will notice a new tab that's called Network. In here you have the same NIC selection as you always have had within System in previous versions, but now it's here in the network. You also have Visualizer output with a little checkbox for Enable Visualizer output or not. And then you've got a frame rate limit where you can match the input of the incoming video or set a lower frame rate in case your computer with Visualizer cannot handle the full frame rate. Then set it to a lower one and your programs will run fine. That is the first two things you need to do on P3. Then you also need to remember the IP address of the computer with P3, because that will be useful when you're setting up in Capture. So in here I can also prep with adding a input in here. I've got Resolume running with some pixelated content as well, so I will just have that one running. I will go back into setup view and choose video input so I can keep track of what's going on in here. And you see the new little check icon over here, Visualizer output active, which is a new one for this version 6.2.0, because before we have not had it and now we have it. So then you need a new way of showing it. So you start off in Capture with a show file that's hopefully been built with a drawing, and then you've maybe made an NVR export into P3 from that file or from some other program. And then you got this nice drawing, but now you want to get your P3 working with it. So in Capture, in the tab Fixtures, you will see all your fixtures in here with the correct modes and correct addresses, of course. So if you select a fixture and go for Design, Selected Items, then you can scroll down here. Under Control, you have Lighting Fixture. In here you will see a field for P3 controller and a field for P3 fixture number. The field for P3 controller is taking whatever P3 controller is on the network, so the P3 controller actually needs to be active. This is the IP address of my P3 PC, which runs on a separate laptop. Otherwise it would just say no if there's no P3 present. To tag the fixture with a fixture in P3, you need to add a P3 fixture number. My numbers will match up between my different files, so this one, who is called channel 101, will have a P3 fixture number which is 101. So one way of working is set each and every fixture number like this manually. Then that's going to be a quite tedious task. If you have lots of fixtures, it's perfectly fine for a few fixtures, but then let's show a quicker way of doing that. So then you can go into the file menu of Capture and go for Export Fixture Data. This will in turn export some fixture data, which is a CSV file. So I will save that as a test1. I will call that. I will just use no filters. I will do all fixtures, meaning I don't click selected objects only. If you have a file with multiple fixtures and not all of them support P3, then of course select just the P3 fixtures and go for that. And then just hit export. Then go over to Trustworthy Excel or Numbers, go for the Data tab, and then go for Get Data. Then you will get this little dialog box where you select text CSV. Select that one, find the file. I've prepped my folder, so I'm finding this test.csv. Double click and then hit next. And then it's going to show up looking something like this, so I can read it in. And then I have all the fields populated. Then I will go for sorting over channel, which is a nice way, because then I can see here, I can see that the first fixture, 101, that I gave a manual number, has its number right now. So I will use that one, of course. And then I will just mark all the other fixtures in the channel field, copy those, Command or Control C, and then paste those into the P3 fixture number fields. So then all the numbers are matching up quite nicely here. And then I will hit save to save the file. I will call this one test2 and then change the format into CSV file again, which is an important step because otherwise you can't import it into Capture. So save that one. It's going to give you some warning that it doesn't support multiple sheet things. Just click OK and you'll be fine. Then go back into Capture and then hit Import Fixture Data. And then you will of course get a pop-up here and you will say, oh, test2.csv, that's the file I want to do. So you want to open that one and then you just want to keep whatever it is and import. 88 fixtures were updated. And that now means all the fixtures are updated. If you look closely now, you can see I had pre-selected the P3 here for this one, meaning all the fixtures automatically just get the right mapping. So if I select a different fixture in here, like 150, go for Design, Selected Items, there's a shortcut for that one as well, and then you will see it has the P3 number 115. To make a quick selection of P3 processor, you just do click and then shift click on the last fixture for all of them, do your shortcut to get to selected items, and then you can scroll down to lighting fixture. In here, find the field P3 controller. Here, if I select no, then all P3 input will stop to the fixtures. Then they will just be running the effect macros and content from the console. If I click in my P3 controller, I will get the video in straight away. To get the fixtures to display video, of course, you need on the lighting control software, go in on the video and then find the P3 mix channel, change the P3 mix channel to either top of the P3 mix mode or into video mode, where you can change colors as well over DMX. Which of course means if I select a different piece of content, then depending on how I've set up my show file or my cues within my other softwares, like the lighting console software, I will get a different result. And this of course also means that if I've got different things happening in the cues from the lighting console, like this one, you see the Aura XIPs in here are in white, not doing video, they're doing normal DMX. There's an effect macro running on the Mac 1s, and the Vipers are doing something else, but there's still P3 video coming into all the Ravens, the Aura PXLs, and the Skeptrons in here. So that is the way to get P3 visualizer input into Capture 2025. Thank you very much for watching.